All right, so we are going to be doing the practice problems. I hope you guys are having a good Monday. So a reminder from Thursday. So step 1 is using the letters to represent dominant and recessive alleles. They can be given letters or they can be letters of your choosing. Just I would make sure they're letters that look different when they're capitalized or lowercase, because if they look the same, like for example, K's and C's, they look the same if they're capitalized or lowercase. So make sure you're picking ones that are different so that it's easy to tell. Dominant are capital letters and lowercase are recessive. Genotypes are the letters, and then phenotypes are what they look like. So you're going to fill out the Punnett square so you can figure out what the genotypes are and then what the phenotypes are. And make sure you refer to this when it comes to figuring out the percentages, because there are 4 boxes, so it's going to be any number out of 4. Okay. All right, so the practice problems are on the next page, but I'm going to go and do them by your guys' notes. That way it will make sense. Okay. Let me share this tab instead. Make sure that you guys can see that. Perfect. Okay, so as we go through, I'm going to kind of pause and explain as we go. But this example in the notes is tall or short dominance patterns. Okay, so the dominant is tall and the recessive is short. Okay, mom's genotype for the first one, we're going to do capital A, which means that she is dominant and homozygous, and she's going to look like tall. She's going to look tall because she has the dominant allele, which is the capital A. Okay, and then the father's genotype is also going to be big A. He is going to be tall. Homozygous dominant for both. Okay, and then we put the father's genotype on top here. Actually, let me go ahead and do this in a different color because I think that will be helpful. So in green, we're going to put the dad's. So capital A, and he is tall. We'll put the dad's across the top. So capital A, that's his 2 alleles. And mom's 2 alleles are also capital A. And when you do the Punnett square, you're going to drag the mom's alleles across so they're in every box, because the children here, all the chances of having kids, they're all going to get 1 allele from mom. They could either get this one or this one. So they have a 50% chance of getting this one, 50% chance of getting this one. So we need to make sure that that's in 2 of the boxes, and this is 2 of the boxes. And then the dad, the kids have 50% chance of getting 1 of the alleles or 50% chance of getting the other allele. Okay, so either way, every single opportunity here is a chance for mom or the kid to get 1 from mom and 1 from dad. Okay, all right, genotypes of the offspring. Let's just say, let's put the offspring in blue. Let's do a darker blue. Let's do teal. Okay, so the percentage of genotypes. So the genotypes here are all the same. So they are all 100% big A. The ratio being 100%. So you can say like 4-4. Out of the 4 boxes, all 4 of them are all 4 are homozygous dominant. They're all big A. And then for the phenotypes, they are 100% going to be tall. No other chance there. And same, 4-4. Ratio is 4-4. Or I guess you say ratio would be 4 to 0 because there's 0 of the other kind. Sorry. Yeah. So it would be, that's a highlighter. It would be 4 to 0. Ratios always confuse me. It's 4 to 0 because there's none of any other kind. So there's 4 to 0 because there's nothing of anything else. Okay. All right. The next one, we're going to change up the mother and the father's genotype are going to be slightly different. So this time, mom's genotype is the same as the last one, big A, and she will be tall. And dad, we lost the dark green color. Dad is big A, little a, meaning that he is heterozygous. See how it says it right here, heterozygous. His phenotype is tall as well, because tall is dominant. So you're always going to see, if the dominant allele is present, you're always going to see the dominant allele. Okay, so let's put dad's alleles across the top and mom's alleles across the side. And then we're going to cross them. And mom's alleles go across the top and across the bottom ones for the other allele. Dad's, the big A goes down this column and the little a goes down that column. Okay, so these are different genotypes now. So we've got 50%. 50% of the kids' genotype is big A, and then 50% is big A, little a. Okay, slightly different. But notice here that the phenotypes are the same, because this is going to be tall and this is going to be tall. Both of each of those are going to be tall. So the phenotype is the same as the last one, 100% tall. Ratio for that one, 4 to 0. Ratio for this one, 2 to 2, because there's 2 that look like one thing, 2 big A, 2 little a, and then 2 that look like another thing, big A, little a. So note there in the corner, genotype and phenotype percents and ratios can be different. Okay, they're not always going to be exactly the same because, again, that heterozygous genotype looks different, but the phenotype is the same. Okay, the next example, we're still working with tall and short dominance patterns, but this time mom is the same. She is tall with a homozygous dominant. Dad, on the other hand, though, is little a, he is homozygous recessive, and his phenotype is short. So he is a short guy. Okay, so as always, dad's letters go on the top on top of each of the columns, and mom's alleles go across the sides. Okay, and then we bring mom's alleles across, and dad's alleles down. And notice how all of these kiddos, all chances are going to be, they're all going to be tall, but they're all going to be heterozygous. Because they have one big and one little. Okay, so genotypes, 100% big A, little a, and ratio 4 to 0, because there's only one type here. And then phenotypes are all going to be tall. So 100%, they are going to be tall. So they're probably all going to be taller than their father. Okay. All right, let's look at another one. Same scenario here, mom and dad. Mom is going to be heterozygous. Dad is going to be heterozygous. They both are going to be tall phenotypes because they have that one tall allele and it's dominant. So it's going to be the one that's seen. Mom's alleles across the side. Dad's alleles across the top. Okay. And then you bring dad's down. And you bring mom's across. Usually we put the big letter in the front, no matter what. But if it's switched, you can just reverse them again. It's no big deal. It means the same thing. So whether it says big A, or little a, big A, it still has the same thing. Okay. All right. So, oops, I did this wrong. This might happen to you guys a lot. So notice how I brought across the wrong A. Whoopsies. So it's important to make sure, okay, I'm bringing across the little a, bringing across the little a, brought across the big A's, brought down the little a, brought down the big A. Okay. So that can happen. Just make sure that doesn't happen. Just check your work. Okay. So this one, we have a different genotype. We have 3 different genotypes. We have 25% is going to be big A, so homozygous dominant. 25%, so one of the 4 boxes, because remember, 1/4 is 25 cents. So 1 of 4, 25 cents. And then we have 2 that are heterozygous. So that is 50%. So because 2 out of 4 is 1/2, and that's 50%. So 50% are heterozygous. And the ratio is 1 to 2 to 1. Because we've got 3 different kinds, and one of them has 2 of them. So it's 1 to 2 to 1. Then, when we're looking at the phenotypes, we can see that this guy is going to be tall, this guy is going to be tall, this guy is going to be tall, and then there's 1/4 of a chance that we're going to have a shorty. Okay? So the percentage here is 75% tall and 25% short. And it is 3 to 1 because there are 3 boxes tall, 1 box short. So that's 3 to 1. All right. Okay, 2 more. So next pattern will be mom is heterozygous. Dad is homozygous recessive. Mom is tall. Dad is short. Dad's alleles along the top. Mom's alleles along the side. Bring mom's alleles across appropriately this time. I'm gonna make sure I do it right. Yep, a, little a. And then dad's alleles across or down the down. And so we've got the right ones in the right boxes. All right. So we're 50-50 here. 50% are going to be heterozygous. 50% homozygous recessive. Ratio 2 to 2. Because there's only 2 different types, and there's 2 within each type. Every single time the ratio is going to add up to 4. Oh, I'm doing this in the wrong section. Hold on. Why didn't anyone tell me? Haha. I'm kidding. Obviously, you guys can't because this is a video. Okay, now they're in the right spot. So we should be on number 5. Sorry, you might have to erase. But okay, we're back. So these 2 alleles are going to be tall. So 50% of our kiddos could be tall. And then these guys are going to be short. So 50% are going to be shorties. meaning that our ratio, again, is 2 to 2, just like with the genotype. Okay? All right, last one here for the practice, I believe. Just want to make sure that that I do all of them. Okay, there's practice problems as well, but I won't worry about those. I just want you guys to know how to do the basics so that you can do your practice. Okay, so let's do this last one, then you can do your practice. And again, you can choose which letters that you want to do. They don't necessarily have to be the letters that are given, but if it gives letters, and that makes it easier. Okay, so mom's genotype, homozygous recessive, little a. Dad's genotype, homozygous recessive, little a. Both of them are short because they do not have a dominant allele. They do not have a capital A. Okay, so add my mom's alleles on the side, add the dad's alleles across the top, bring the dad's alleles down, bring mom's alleles across. And so now I got 100% are all homozygous recessive. Ratio 4 to 0 because there's only one type and all 4 of them are in that type. And then 100% of them are going to be short. So we've got 4 to 0 again because 100% are short. Okay, so this is all of the patterns of normal dominance, every single pattern. Okay, so when you're looking at the percentages and you need help, you can come back to these and see if you crossed a heterozygous and a heterozygous recessive, what were the percentages? You can come back and it will help you. Okay, so hopefully you got that. So you put that in your notes, and now you can do practice 6.1. After you finish the back page for 6.1, or go all the way through to 6.2 and stop at 6.2, then there's a video on Canvas that you need to watch and then answer 3 questions on. Okay, have a great Monday.